Once you start digging deeper, then shockingly you discover similarities, and I definitely was blown away by this not so easy to get your head around topic, participle, that is present in all three languages, English, German and Russian. The participle, das Partizip, Причастия. You know what? Easier said than done. Follow me. Easier said than done. Leichter gesagt als getan. So, obviously guys, we're going to continue to talk about the participle today, and if you want to find out more, if you're interested in this topic, definitely stick around, because we are going to talk about the past participle in today's episode. So we did present participle last week, and today's topic's focus is past parts. Alright? Let's first of all talk about the form, you know the structure, and then functions. Okay? How can we form the past participle in English? We need the verb, then we add the suffix ed, and this only applies to regular verbs. For example, if we take the verb check, to check, we need the stem and we add the suffix ed, and then we have checked. Okay, so to check, checked. But English has a ton of the so-called irregular verbs that demand a specific past participle form, and so some of them are thought we need the stem and then the suffix en, for example, as in taken. Okay? But what happens with make? We have made. And there are also verbs that, morphologically speaking, display no change at all, such as cut or put. Okay? So cut, 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 put. So, what I'm trying to say is, guys, that past participle is obviously more trickier than the present participle, and if you want to form the past participle, obviously you have to double check using either that wonderful dictionary, Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, that third column, which is the past participle, and you've got to memorize it, unfortunately or fortunately, because we've got to train our memories, right? Okay, so let's turn to the functions now. I'm using Exploring English Grammar. All examples are taken from this wonderful book. And for English, I'm also using a Grammar of Present-Day English, so that one, a screenshot for you guys. And I will link all of the books I've used in the description box down below for you guys to go and check out, because they are inevitable in my opinion. Okay, so the first function is very similar when we talked about the present participle. It's called adjectival, so the past participle behaves as an adjective, as in the lost jewelry. The past participle lost functions as an adjective here. Or, for example, he died of a broken heart. A broken heart. Again, we've got predeterminer, indefinite article, followed by a pre-modifier, and then the head of the noun phrase, right? To break it down in more detail, okay? Okay, so the broken here is our past participle, obviously. So, the adjectival function, scratching the surface here, obviously, done. Let's move on to the relative clause function, or they function as a useful alternative to relative clauses. The example goes, most of the topics discussed at the meeting involved security. This discussed saves you at least two words, such as most of the topics which were discussed at the meeting involved security. So you get rid of which were and you just stick with discussed. Okay? Good. Then the second function is adverbial. Used properly, the bike could last a lifetime, meaning if used properly, the bike could last a lifetime. Again, they are not tensed. The essential information is revealed in the main clause. Also, they could function as a subject complement. The mouse sat paralyzed with fear, and we know after certain verbs of motion and sit, lie, stand, we need the present or past participle. Okay, so paralyzed obviously modifies the mouse. Okay, she was paralyzed with fear. Because the mouse is subject here, the is sat, and paralyzed is subject complement. Okay, past participle can also function as the object complement. Example is, he heard his name announced on the loudspeaker system. Okay, so he, subject, heard, verb, his name, object, and then announced on the loudspeaker system is our object complement. Okay, and as you can see, let me get it up for you guys. After verbs to get and to have, we also use the past participle because it's so common and it's so much easier. For example, if I said I got my car fixed at the new garage in blah blah blah, I mean ich hab's machen lassen auf Deutsch. Okay, so I didn't do it myself. And to express this relationship, I use got plus past participle. It's super useful. Or he had his car repaired at so and so. Okay, same paradigm here. Or I got my hair cut at the hairdresser's. And to illustrate to you guys that past participle and also present participle is a common thing and is made use of quite regularly. My favorite children's books are The Fairy Tale of Peter Rabbit. So we've got here discouraged. Peter squeezed under the gate into Mr. McGregor's garden, intending to steal a lettuce. Oh, we actually have a present participle as well, but our focus is past participle, discouraged. He squeezed under the gate into Mr. McGregor's garden because he was discouraged and with an intention to steal a lettuce. Okay, so these are not uncommon. Okay, we are done with part number 1, English. So for the German part, I've used my book, which is called Deutsche Grammatik by Hallo. Highly recommend getting your hands on it if you are trying to get a handle on the German language, which is not the easiest one. Let's put it this way. Partizip II is in meaning identical with past participle because it's perfective. Okay, so we had lesend, reading, okay? But if I say gelesen, the meaning is it's done. Okay, so finished reading a book, for example. Let's take a look at how it's formed. It says ge, then the stem of the verb and the suffix t for the so-called weak verbs like machen. So, ge, gemacht, machen, gemacht. Okay, but we also have the so-called strong verbs, and how do we build Partizip II with those? Again, prefix ge plus the stem of the verb and the suffix in, as in nehmen. Ge, nomen. As you see, we've got a change in the stem. Okay, and so told you past participle is trickier than the present participle, so a lot of exceptions here. Sorry guys, I still have a bit of a cold, but aufgeschoben ist nicht aufgehoben, yeah? So I didn't want to keep putting it off, and apologies for my voice. Yeah, right. Again, guys, I don't want to overwhelm you because there are a couple of exceptions as to how we form Partizip II, but you can read it in Deutsche Grammatik by Helbig Busch. Okay? So let's turn to the functions, and the first one is the adjectival function again, and how is it used? As an adjective, obviously. Sein gelungener Roman. Okay, again, the verb is gelingen. Okay, gelingen, gelungen. And as you can see, again, an indicator that German is an inflecting language. Gelungener, we have these declensions here. Or seine gelungene Oper, sein gelungenes Bild. Yeah? So, masculine, feminine, neuter. Der Roman, die Oper, das Bild or Buch. Right, then Partizip II can also be used as a noun. We had last time die Lernenden or die Reisenden, and this time we've got der Verletzte wird behandelt im Krankenhaus. Okay, der Verletzte meaning the wounded person is being taken care of at a hospital, right? Partizip II can also be used as an adverb. Example, das Mädchen spricht verschnupft. So she's speaking with a blocked nose because she's bugged up. Okay, so verschnupft is Partizip II here. The fourth function is ausgerechnet, Partizip II as a particle here. And the last one is as a preposition. So die Miete, Heizung inbegriffen, überstieg seine Möglichkeiten. Okay, this inbegriffen is actually Partizip II is used as a preposition here. Okay, and so in a nutshell, I think we've covered it. Yay! Let's do Russian now. Okay, and as a brief intro, I would like you guys to imagine that it's January the 1st, 2023, and I say to you, с наступившим Новым годом, okay? And so, с наступившим is an example of active past participle in Russian. And so I've given some information away already because I've identified the suffix вш. And how can we form past active participle in Russian? We need obviously the verb because participles are derived from verbs, and then either suffix vsh or suffix sh, depending on the phonological environment. Okay, vowel or consonant. Делать nsv meaning imperfective aspect. So on делал to build the simple past. Okay, делавший. That's our причастие. Okay, or we can also build the past participle active by using verbs sv meaning perfective aspect. Он сделал, сделавший. Okay, this form focuses on the process, and that one focuses on the result. Okay, it's over. Done. Okay, let's take a look at the two functions that this participle can have. So syntactically speaking in Russian, the first one is adjectival, as in English and in German, and we've got, for example, погасшая свеча. Okay, погасшая свеча. Погасшая functions as an adjective here. It's got to agree with свеча in род число падеж. So род свеча, она моя, so feminine. Погасшая. Okay. Свеча одна, число, so number, and падеж in this case is nominative, right? Именительный падеж. Погасшая свеча. Okay, высохшее озеро. Again, suffix ш, as in погасшее озеро, оно мое, so neuter, and высохшее. Okay? And интересовавшийся, a reflexive verb here. Историей мальчик, интересовавшийся историей мальчик, интересовал, again, ся мальчик, because мальчик is masculine, okay, and again nominative case and singular, okay, gender, number, case. So there has to be a formal agreement between the participle and the noun it modifies in Russian and in German. And the second function is the relative clause or the alternative to a relative clause, and I've got as an example for you guys. Пострадавшей от наводнения семье предоставили новое жилье. Пострадавший is our participle, okay? So we've got this suffix «ш» here, and now we could also say новое жилье предоставили семье, которая пострадала от наводнения. Same meaning, but we can put these two words, которая пострадала, and use just one, пострадавший, and save ourselves two words. And again, participles are like more advanced level, and they make our writing more concise, more to the point, more factual, which then comes across quite impressive. So the family that got affected by the flooding was offered new housing or new housing possibilities. Okay, all right guys, I hope it's been helpful. As I said, once you start digging deeper, then shockingly you discover similarities, and I definitely was blown away by this not so easy to get your head around topic, participle, that is present in all three languages, English, German and Russian. I hope it's been helpful. I hope you've learned something, because I definitely embrace every learning opportunity, and yeah, never stop learning. If you have any ideas, suggestions, definitely leave a comment down below, and I'd love to hear back from you. I wish you joy, I wish you love. All the best, get in touch. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!